Dances with Wolves is a movie that portrays an almost familial relationship between two unlikely parties, a white settler on the frontier and a Native American tribe. Although this kind of relationship is rather rare, this film successfully conveys each party's feelings regarding one another, as well as the conflict that said feelings resulted in. John Dunbar is a man driven by his ambition and desire to do his job well. At this point in the film, however, he attempts to kill himself when he finds out his leg must be amputated. His attempt is mistaken for an act of bravery, and he is allowed to choose his next post. He requests to be stationed at the frontier, a choice which results in his encounter and friendship with the Sioux Indians. Much like in Canada, relationships between white settlers and Native Americans were often unfriendly and even brutal. This film shows that the racism between white settlers and First Nations was not one-sided, as the Native Americans were also sometimes racist and stereotypical. These stereotypes, of course, were not always true. Some Native Americans were indeed cruel, but there were many tribes with a number of different characteristics. The same applied to the settlers. Some white men, like Dunbar, were not ignorant, but accepting and kind instead. The Pawnee Indians that this man encounters are ignorant and savage. They kill him for no reason but that he is a white man and therefore seen as a threat. The Sioux Indians that John Dunbar encounters, however, are more open-minded. They are, of course, frightened and slightly hostile at first, but with time they become kinder. John Dunbar comes across Stands with a Fist while she's trying to kill herself. He saves her and takes her back to her tribe. In doing so, he meets many of the other Sioux Indians, though he is not greeted graciously. As the film progresses, Dunbar and Stands with a Fist develop a relationship that I believe symbolizes how completely the Sioux have accepted him. Their marriage is the final form of acceptance. He is dubbed Dances with Wolves and even learns their language. Like in Canada, buffalo were becoming scarce and the Native Americans were suffering as a result. One night, however, Dunbar is awoken by the sound of buffalo. Driven by his loyalty to the Sioux, he informs the tribe that the buffalo have returned. He assists them on a large hunt and joins them in their celebration. Dunbar proceeds to make 2 trades with 2 members of the tribe, an action that I also believe symbolizes the tribe's increasing acceptance of him. Knowing that the fierce Pawnee Indians are nearby, the tribe prepares for a battle. Though he is in no way obliged to help, Dunbar volunteers to fight. He also provides them with the rifles that lead to their success. The introduction of new, unavailable products to Native American culture could most certainly have been one of the reasons that it deteriorated to such a level. When Dunbar gets captured by other white settlers and accused of treason, the horse he was rewarded for his act of bravery is killed. Before befriending the Sioux Indians, they made 2 attempts at stealing it, but never succeeded. This horse represented a link between the person he had become and the person he used to be. The death of this horse, and therefore the ruin of this link, symbolizes how completely Dunbar has changed since the beginning of the film. Once Dunbar is captured, the settlers attempt to take him back to town to be prosecuted. However, the Sioux Indians risk their lives to rescue him. This helps us see how he has truly become a part of their tribe. We are also shown how ignorant and cruel many of the white settlers tend to be. During his capture, the crude and cold-hearted settlers encounter Two Socks, the wolf that Dunbar befriended earlier in the film. His unexpected friendship with this animal symbolized the possibility for benevolent relationships between 2 people, or in this case animals, that under normal circumstances would be considered enemies. When the settlers see Two Socks in the distance, they decide to have a cruel shooting competition. Two Socks' death represents the idea that Dunbar's relationship with the Sioux Indians as he knows it must change. Despite his care and attachment for the Sioux Indians, Dunbar realizes he must depart in order to protect them from other white settlers in the future, as many are searching for him. Sands with a Fist leaves with him despite the fact that she has grown up with this tribe and considers them to be family.